All tyranny needs to gain a foothold is for people of good conscience to remain silent.
Big Nick, South Florida, accountability. Do I have your attention now? Do I have your attention? All of you people sat your behind right there when y'all was talking about paying this man $220,000 because that reflects, hey, I need your attention, ma'am. I'm your employer, me. Pay attention to what I'm saying to you. All of y'all, I don't care. Tax dollars pay her. All of you guys sat right there with your unabashed attention when he was talking about paying this man $220,000. But when we get up here to discuss our grievances, you get up, you walk in the door, you walk in the back, you go get hand sanitizer, you go through your phones, you do all of this. If you don't want to be here, look at us. We all want to be here. We chose to be here. At least give your employers the respect that we demand. I'm Big Nick, South Florida Accountability. I'm going to say that again. I have over 200,000 YouTube subscribers. I have over 30 million views to my work. A lot of them right here in Riviera Beach. I'm going to start holding all y'all accountable and to show y'all what we the people actually stand for. This lady got up here after losing her son to infrastructure of this city. She lost her baby. And we talking about paying this man $220,000. Get your money, bro. I ain't mad at you. But if you're going to talk about paying this man $220,000 in the infrastructure or telling the people that the money is going to come from, and then you want to get y'all behinds up and walk through there, scroll through your phones while we talking to y'all? And for the person that said this is for Riviera Beach residents only, I don't live in Riviera Beach. But guess what? Florida has 67 counties, over 411 municipalities. They get subsidization from the federal government. All of that comes from me to support Riviera Beach. So yes, everybody in here has a voice in here because the federal contract that the United States government give Riviera says I have a word in here. Stop getting y'all behinds up when we talking. I don't care about y'all business talking about how much money y'all getting paid. Y'all can do all y'all want. But when I'm talking to you, don't look in your phone. Don't go get coffee. Don't get hand sanitizer. Respect me. I'm your employer. Remember this. Big Nick, South Florida Accountability. 30 million views. Half the people stay right here in Revere. And we do vote.
How's it going? My name is John Gray. I'm from Brazoria County. A couple weeks ago, I was sitting at my house and I heard a tip that there was an officer-involved shooting where a young man who was in the middle of a mental health crisis, these fine gentlemen back here decided to put 6 bullets in him. Now maybe the first one was justified, maybe. I'm not even sure about that. But the one thing I know, that the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth,
down, sir.
The sixth,
Not a
the six were not justified.
Right.
That's what I know. And don't tell me, I will speak as loud as I want to.
Sir, do you know who is in charge of these proceedings?
I'm going to continue my speech now.
Sir, if you don't hold your voice down,
I'm going to
you will be asked to leave.
I am going to continue my speech.
Did you hear what I said?
I'm going to continue my speech now, okay?
Please speak respectfully, or you will
Absolutely
be asked
nothing
to
I said
leave.
was disrespectful.
Your tone
But not
and
disrespectful.
your volume level is disrespectful.
You are now using my time, sir.
And I will continue to use it, and your time is not going to be reset.
Okay.
You speak respectfully.
I have
or
spoken.
excuse
You don't like
yourself.
the words I've spoken, but I have not said anything disrespectful.
You just keep your tone respectful, sir.
Let me go over it again. The first shot, the second shot, the third shot, the fourth shot, the fifth shot, the sixth shot were all unjustified. That man was shot twice in the back. Twice in the back.
Are you done?
The next day, the very next day, I go to another call, another mental health call. You know how they handled this one? The police department beat in the door. Then 2 officers walked into that place with ARs. Did I see a social worker? Did I see EMS? No, I didn't. All I saw was 2 people with ARs going into a small apartment to handle a mental health crisis. The next day, I'm out and I'm filming another stop. This time a young man walking down the street, these thugs decided that they would,
Stop,
no, they're thugs.
stop.
They're
You
thugs.
violated the rules.
They're thugs.
Walk away from the speaker, sir, or you will be escorted out.
Escort me out, because these thugs,
Sir, officer, would you escort him away from the microphone?
don't
please?
touch me.
I'm just asking you, please look out.
Don't touch me. What's your name and badge number?
I've already explained that to you.
What's your name? No, you haven't. Yeah, I want your name and badge number. You're making contact with me.
I've already told you that. Do me a favor and step out, or you will be arrested.
What's your name and badge number?
Please step out, or you will be
You
arrested.
guys are thugs. Get your me.
How you guys doing this evening? My name is James. I just wanted to talk about a couple of things. I know you guys have been having problems with your police department. Peter, I tried to reach out to you so we could talk about it in a more private forum, I guess, and talk about what options really are and aren't. You've never gotten back to me. I guess I'll give you my number again tonight. But it appears that you guys have consistently had problems with your police. And the city, I guess people have talked about reforming your police department, and I just wanted to put it out there. Have you ever considered just completely abolishing them and using the sheriff? I don't know, these are some things, I'm just throwing it out there. I don't know if it's even reasonable to do such a thing. But I'm assuming that the police department is a pretty big part of the city's budget, is that right? Probably save the town a lot of money, abolishing them and using the sheriff's department. I heard recently that Guston's was robbed and your police were on duty and did nothing about it, and it was the sheriff that came out to help anyways. So, I mean, what are you guys paying for, right? Just something to throw out there. Also, did you know that the new female officer that was hired is on the Brady list? Were you guys aware of that? You guys know that? Okay, do you know what the Brady list is? It means that a prosecutor won't take her cases because she's a liar. Okay? So say your house does get robbed and she shows up to take the report, right? And they want to bring her in to testify in court so you can prosecute the guy that robbed your house. Well, that's not going to work out because they can't use her testimony because she's dishonest and proven to be a lying bitch. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Please don't use comments like that.
What's that?
I said, please don't use comments like
Or
that.
what?
Or I will return to you.
You'll throw a temper tantrum and quit if I use free speech? Is that what you're saying, Peter Nieto? Peter, if I wanted you to speak, I'd shove my arm up your rear end and go like this and make you speak.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion to adjourn.
Have a good night, everybody. I'll sit down. Thank you.
I too was at the Bob Bolin Center this morning, and I don't know if y'all ever had to watch a kid have an asthma attack. I don't know if any of y'all understand what that's like, right? This mother experienced that exact thing, but instead of help, he got the opposite. And my issue with this situation is an off-duty officer. And I read somewhere that Fort Worth are, I think, third in Texas, if I'm not mistaken, the nation of paid officers being up there somewhere. So why do they need an off-duty job where they don't have the comprehension to understand the difference between an asthma attack and somebody fighting them back? He's not here to come and explain it, right? I had to watch a family not understand what happened because no one reached out to them, no one said anything. And when they got their answers, they were told a body camera fell off during the incident and the uniformed security guard put it in her back pocket. Okay? And 18 minutes, a off-duty officer and another one stood, put their knees on his neck, and the other one on his back for 18 minutes. He was yelling, help, help. You know how they helped him? He didn't leave Town Center Mall, what they call right now La Gran Plaza. They didn't get a call from no one here in any office. They got a call from the medical examiners 24 hours later advising them that their child was not here anymore. These are issues, these are problems. Y'all can sit here and deny them all y'all want to. Y'all can say that you got some of the best police officers on your division, South, Central, A, and B. But what's happening in these communities is proving what y'all saying is wrong. It's not even close. And I've heard people say, why don't y'all walk these communities that y'all say y'all represent? Because then y'all would understand what they were saying, where they have to go get. Right now, y'all on channel 11, channel 5, channel 23, Spectrum for what happened at Town Center Mall. They have no answers. They still didn't get the ones they needed today. And like they said, they're not alone.
Mr. Ruff, you have 3 minutes.
Howdy, Council. You guys know me as Christopher Ruff, but online I'm known as Direct D. I've put all of your faces on my internet channel. And I've done that because of why we're here today. You guys are trying to create an ordinance to protect police officers while you're about to spend $75,000 on an armored tank. I think that's enough protection for the police officers. You guys can't field any evidence to show that the police need any protection. There's already an ARS in Arizona that protects officers from being interrupted. It's ARS 13-2402, and it's obstructing governmental operations. It requires a physical element or a threat to incite public, excitement or a threat of violence. And what you guys are proposing is extremely overbroad and frankly unconstitutional. It says you will not disobey an unlawful order. Does anybody here even know what an unlawful order is? If a police officer walks up to me and says, you need to back up, that's not a lawful order. If I'm standing out in public, on a public forum, on a sidewalk, I don't have to back up. You guys got to put tape up. But, we see guys misusing tape to violate the First Amendment too. And I say you guys because you're responsible for the police out on the street. I've been wandering around the streets of Mesa for 2 years filming the police officers. You know who's the only person that's been assaulted? Me. You know how many times I've been arrested at the hands of the Mesa Police Department? Countless times. I can't use both of my hands. I've got cases on appeal that you guys found, the Mesa Municipal Court found me guilty on arresting a police officer. I was arrested for all this stuff that you guys are trying to create this ordinance for. And they suspended my license for a traffic violation because I wouldn't obey an officer. Refusing to obey an officer is a Title 28 code. And that's what you guys are trying to replace here is because you know you're going to lose on appeal. You understand what I'm saying, right? I was convicted of filming the police on a sidewalk, and the DMV called me and told me they're going to suspend my license for that when I wasn't in a vehicle. That's the level of genius that we have going on in the municipal court system. And it's funny that Mayor Giles can't even look me in the eyes as I'm talking. Because I've made videos about you. You know exactly who I am. Wessing back here knows exactly who I am, too. You guys love me. I made fools of so many of your cops, it's not even funny. And I'm going to continue to do it because obviously you guys don't understand. You're creating an ordinance to protect police officers from what? From cameras or from lawsuits? What are we protecting the police from? How many times have the police been hurt, assault, abused in the last 2 years? I've got thousands of videos on my YouTube channel. I have 135,000 subscribers because of your police officers. You're not controlling them and you ain't doing nothing to fix the problem. You're only compounding it by creating an ordinance that's no bueno. I hope you guys know what a MANUEL claim is.
Annoying freedom guy is coming up here to, I'm the guy that thinks the Constitution trumps your meeting rules. How silly of me, I know. I don't actually believe that, though. I'm more aligned with Lysander Spooner, who pointed out that the Constitution has either authorized such a government as we've had, or it's been powerless to prevent it. Either way, it's unfit to exist. We need something new. I do what I do just to prove that the supreme law of the land is a stupid joke and none of you follow its rules. We'll never be able to fix the problems in our society when our representatives don't play by the rules that we all thought were in place. To the people watching online or later, your anger is righteous and justified. The servants have written their own new rules that contradict freedom and use their army of order-following cowards with badges to punish enough of us effectively, making us their servants. Don't you dare walk across that street in a place we don't like. Don't you dare make certain noises with your mouth that we don't like. Don't you dare try to record public court proceedings. Don't you dare grow a food garden in your own front yard. Don't you dare assemble a protest in a way or place we don't like. Don't you dare travel in a vehicle without using a seatbelt. Don't you dare sell tamales without paying for our permission first. You see where I'm going with this? These are all violations of freedom that you all just think are normal and they're unacceptable. To a society that thinks that these threats are acceptable, that's a profoundly sick society. And Krishnamurti points out it's no measure of health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society. The few good things that do come out of this building could be easily replaced by voluntary systems that don't require terrorism and revenue generating for funding. You can get your money through voluntary means. You don't have to do it through the traditional ways. Just because that's been the way we've been doing it forever doesn't mean we always have to do it. I'm here to suggest that you need to dig within yourselves, not you guys, everybody else, because I know you guys are just listening until I'm done so you can say thank you and then go on with your lives. Anyways, that's all I pretty much have to say with that. For the last minute, I just wanted to point out one thing that Corey said that I didn't like in a Facebook, it was a Facebook advertisement, and I quote, "Vaccines, getting vaccinated is what keeps us free to do the things we want," end quote. Can you hear how that sounds? Can you hear how messed up that sounds? I mean, I know that's off topic from everything else I had, but it just the people in this room, they even pointed out, the people said one thing about an issue, and then you guys said 7-0 the other way. I mean, that's the way it is. You guys don't listen, you don't care, and I'm just here to voice that out so more people can be made aware of that, because as soon as we reach a critical mass of people that are aware of what's actually happening, then we can start to work on how to change it. Last thing I want to say is fuck your warnings.
Thank you. Seeing no motion in the chamber. Oh, sorry. How you doing? Please come forward to state your full name and address.
How you doing, folks? My name's Terence Tracy, and I live here in Annapolis, specifically in Ward 6. How you doing, Gavin?
Hey there. Good to see you.
Doing good, buddy. I'm here to ask a few questions. Normally, I would just fill out a Public Information Act for these questions, but we all know how you guys don't follow the law regarding those, so this is my next best way of asking this. You told the local paper to write a slander piece about me, claiming that I was the reason for the metal detector downstairs. But then in that same article, at a later point, it states that a security audit in 2018 actually revealed that one was needed. So, which was it? Was it me, or was it the security audit that prompted this metal detector downstairs? And if so, why did you wait 4 years before enacting upon that security information? My final question is, why did you spend city money to actually purchase that metal detector downstairs back in 2018 or 2019 just to let it sit at the police department in a closet? How much does one of those metal detectors cost? And why have you misled your citizens on when and why the funds were spent to acquire it?
So we're just here to listen to you, so I'll take that into consideration.
I mean, you answered some other people.
This is a listening session. We don't answer.
Well, you answered a few other people.
No.
I've heard you answer some questions tonight, but okay.
Thank you.
So you're not going to answer it?
No.
Not going to answer this question because I put in Public Information Act requests for that because it's public information, but you guys ignore those. I've reached out to the state ombudsman. You guys have declined to enter into mediation with the state ombudsman. I've reached out to the attorney general. You guys have still illegally neglected to give me that public information. You stated here in another city council meeting that you would love to have coffee anytime, that your door was open. I tried to set that meeting up multiple times with Hillary Raftovich. I came and even knocked on your door for over an hour, was accosted by your city manager, threatened, and then falsely charged with crimes that I didn't commit. So at what point will you answer these questions? At what point will you give me the public information that I'm legally requesting, Mayor Gavin Buckley?
So I think that this is a pattern you have all over the region. So we are letting professionals deal with you. Thank you.
I'm sorry?
We are letting professionals deal with you. We're letting the
You are the
system.
professionals. You're the elected.
Okay.
You're the elected official, sir.
And thank you. You've had your 3 minutes now.
You have city attorneys. No, I haven't. The bell hasn't gone off yet, sir. It's still my time. You have city attorneys to deal with these Public Information Act requests, the same that you have a city clerk. So why, when I put it in, do you not answer it? You said you're allowing the professionals to handle it, but yet when I submit it legally and in the proper channels, you ignore it. So what professionals are handling it if the people elected and appointed to handle it aren't doing it, sir? At what point is someone going to handle it and do it?
You put in hundreds of these requests.
I put in 7 of them because you ignored every single one of them.
In the region, thank you.
Is there a limit to how many Public Information Act requests I'm allowed to put in? I'm sorry?
I'm not answering your questions.
Well, you did. You just tried to sit there and say that I put in 100 of them.
I said
Is there a
hundreds
limit?
around the region.
Is there a limit to how many I'm allowed to put in, sir?
I assume not, but you know, you take a lot of city time with your efforts. Thank you.
You haven't answered one of them yet.
Okay,
so
can you please step off the podium now?
I'll
It's
step
3
off.
minutes.
My time is up yet, sir. Did
Okay.
I hear the bell go off yet?
No, the bell has gone.
Okay, I didn't hear it go off.
Timed you
Usually
on
it's like a
3
ding
minutes
ding or
already.
something.
Thank you. Thank
Okay,
you.
So we're not gonna.
We have to get on with the city
There's
council
the bell,
meeting.
sir. There you go. Don't
It was
try to
off
rush
before
me.
that.
There's a time limit, and everyone has the same amount of time. Everyone is given the same rights and equal treatment.
That's
up here on the
additional
podium,
time.
sir.
Thank you.
You don't get to discriminate against me because you don't like the fact that I use proper and legal channels to acquire public information.
Thank
That
you.
was the bell telling me that I have X amount of time left. Do not rush me when I come down here.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
not welcome.
See ya.
This speech is not about the Chase policy, specifically, but what it's about is the fact that you guys are hiding it from us. So for you, those who don't know what's going on about this Chase policy, is that we had a couple of deaths this summer. And because of those deaths, the news people, they wanted to know what the policy was. So they went to try to get the policy, and the chief of police said, you can't have it. You can't have that Chase policy. It's a secret. So they went to the Attorney General of Texas and asked for it. And the Attorney General said, yeah, that's not a secret. Y'all can have that Chase policy. Why is he trying to hide it from you? He didn't even know. Well, the chief didn't like that, so he decided that he still did not want to show the policy. So he went to this consul right here. Now this is spending money for a lawyer to try to sue the Attorney General and keep it a secret, the Chase policy a secret. Why would you spend that kind of money? I mean, how did he get y'all to change your mind? We won't know because it was in a non-transparent meeting and he asked y'all to block him, you know. But the thing is that if people, I mean, it's what he's saying. If he was saying it was an officer safety issue, you know, no officers have died in these chases, only citizens. You have 1,700 patrol officers that know the policy. So if a criminal really wanted to know the policy, he could find out really easy just by asking maybe one of the patrol officers who didn't know that all this stuff was going on. So we also have the policy from 2019, so it's probably pretty similar to this one. So why are y'all spending money to keep that a secret when it'd be so easy to figure it out anyways? So also this thing about transparency, trust, accountability, when you guys spent $1 million on a 97-page report to tell us that the cops are nothing but a bunch of thugs, right? And the chief stood right here and said, I'm going to win back the trust of the community. I'm going to make them trust me again because I'm going to do it through trust. I'm going to do it through transparency and accountability. That's what I'm going to do. But we still don't know about Brandon Zapata, the one that got murdered at the mall by the cops. We don't know what happened to those officers. We don't know whose cocaine it was that they found in the South Division locker room. We don't know about any of that stuff. So there's no transparency at all still. And y'all are helping them hide this policy? You're spending our money to hide this policy. Now, there's still punks. We went out on 7th Street, Manuel and I did, and we wanted to check out all the changes that y'all spent money on 7th Street to make it more safe. Well, they put a bunch of light bulbs in, and that's about it, and added about 100 cops. So we went out there this last Sunday, or was it Saturday night? Saturday night, and Manuel walked across the street, and when he walked across the street where there was no crosswalks, no traffic lights, residential area, the officers arrested him for jaywalking. Who gets arrested for jaywalking? Manuel does. And when they got into the patrol car and sat there for a while, they figured out, we can't arrest him for jaywalking because that's just an infraction. So they conspired and they changed it into evading arrest. Manuel didn't evade. As soon as he walked across the street, they grabbed him. So where's this transparency and where's this trust and where's this accountability? I don't see none of it.
Thank you,
Shame
Ms.
on y'all for
Rodriguez.
spending that money
Please
on those
call
lawyers.
the
I do.
next speaker.
Please state your name and address. Billy B. So I would like to give a quick background. Excuse me? That's fine. I'm not going to tell you my address. So I want to start off with telling you a bit of who I am and what I've done. I served our country in the Army, airborne infantry, on the front lines, multiple combat deployments. I had my friend and others die literally in my arms. So I take this oath that you just swore to the Constitution very, very seriously. And I'm guessing you probably don't know anything about that oath that you swore today. I'm sure you don't. And that's a shame, because here in Marion, Iowa, corruption runs deep. And it starts with this guy right here, Mike the Cuck Kitzmiller. He is very corrupt. He's stated many times he doesn't care about that oath. He doesn't even remember it. We have him on camera saying this. He doesn't care about that oath. He will arrest you whether it's wrong or right and have the courts deal with it. That's what he said verbatim. I have him on camera. I just released a video of him and of all the corruption in Marion, Iowa. Over 100,000 people have watched it, and I'm going to continue to expose you guys until you take this oath to the Constitution seriously. Because my friends' deaths, they mean a lot to me. That oath means a lot to me. And to have people like him, Mike Kitzmiller, that doesn't care about that oath. He doesn't care about our rights. He's here to strip our rights. He doesn't care. Have you checked out how corrupt Lynn County is in general? No one cares about our freedoms here. And the people that don't care about the freedoms, they're the enemy. They're ruining America, land of the free. It's no longer land of the free because no one here even cares about their oath. I don't know, maybe a couple of you might. But from what I've seen, no one here cares about the oath to the Constitution, our freedoms. I took that same oath. I take it seriously. And it's not being taken seriously, especially in Marion, Iowa, Pigpen, the police department, so corrupt. Watch the video, Flex Your Freedoms. Over 100,000 views, and I'll keep throwing them out there. We get 100,000 views, no problem. And it exposes the corruption in Marion. Check it out, Flex Your Freedoms. Because you will see true corruption. And if you want the problem fixed, honor that oath and kick him out because he is a traitor. He's the enemy here. Look at him squirming, knows it's true. And I'm not going to just have this keep happening every time. And I know you swore that oath, and I'm guessing. It's freedom of speech. Learn it. Obviously, you swore that oath just minutes ago, and you don't know jack about that oath. You're the problem too. Wake up, city council members. Wake up. He's not good. He's not good. He's evil. This guy's evil. This guy's shaking his head. No, you guys are corrupt. What's the Fourth Amendment? Do any of you even know? Yeah, that's what I thought, of course. It would have been if one of you just said it, But I know, does anybody know the freedoms that we have here? It's a shame. It's a joke. It is disgusting. Do better. Do better. Learn your oath. You just swore it. Learn what you swore to. Okay, I'm gonna end with this. You guys are all stupid nerds. Learn the Constitution. And I see you over there. I see you, Sarah Mincer. I know you're involved with corruption as well. Don't do the eye tilt at me. I know I have things on you. I have things on all you guys. Just wait. You guys are going to continue to be exposed. Honor your oath because I take that seriously. So do my dead friends. Shame on you, especially you, Mike.